Hey everybody, it's Shape Pee-Poo. Still don't have a name for this channel. Got a lot of good recommendations. There's not one that I'm completely sold on yet, but we'll get there. You know, there's not a name that I've heard yet that just screams what this channel can be. So keep popping off names. I've thought about it. I still haven't come up with nothing. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I want to thank you guys for the amazing support on this channel. It's a tiny little channel, but it's picking up steam, and it's even picking up people outside like the debunking sphere. Like people that don't even know that I got a main channel. You do now though. But yeah, I appreciate the support, guys. You guys came through like you always do. So, without further ado, let's go after another YouTuber. My thoughts are with all you guys that have been devastated by the floods, the recent floods and hurricane over here in the United States. Comment below and let me know that you're alright. No rules. Robot against robot in a death battle. Battle to the death with robots. Now, if you're thinking about that awesome show back in the mid-2000s called BattleBots, no. It's not that. Not that show. And if you remember that show, you know what I'm talking about. I think it aired at the same time the Mythbusters aired, if I ain't mistaken. I could be, but I don't think so. But BattleBots was awesome. Now this show's called, get this, clever concept, Robot Battle. Huh? It just rolls right off the tongue. And the head of it is none other than Mark Rober, a big YouTuber. This is Mr. Beast's buddy. Now, the difference being, Mark Rober I have more respect for because his videos teach kids science. I mean, Mark Rober's he's pretty sharp at technology. He inventing things. I think he made the biggest Nerf gun on the planet. I think he even had something to do with NASA, where they put something on Mars. So yeah, he's a brainiac. And he's going up against Dude Perfect. Those guys that used to do all them trick shots and stuff. Big YouTubers in their own right. So, it's like 5 robots against his 1 robot. Because he's a genius and they're dimwits. And what better concept? Now that being said, let's buckle up, get into this video.
This is the most dangerous robot I've ever built. It's also the most massive, with the most destructive pair of hammer smashers, and the most menacing set of googly eyes, along with some other surprises. Because I was challenged to a robot battle against 5 dudes I know. But this was hardly a fair fight, because it would be their 5 robots against just 1 of mine. And since the winner of the battle got free reign to completely redecorate the loser's headquarters...
Da-da-doo-dee-dee-doo. I don't like any of you guys. Yo! Come here. I'm gonna pick you up and I'm gonna ram you through this door. You can feel the energy in Mark Rober's videos. It's palpable. Wow, look at me using big words. Mark Rober's big robot against 5 of Dude Perfect's little robots. Now, there's no rules. And I mean, you kind of know who's going to win, but the thing is there's no rules. So you could technically make any robot you want. Now, this video, when I first watched it, I had fun at first. Then things started looking staged. And I know what you're thinking, Mark Rober staging? But I'm telling you, when you really look at it, I could be wrong, and it's all coincidence. There's a lot of coincidences. But robot against robot, ooh,
How you guys feeling?
If you get past Garrett, I'll be shocked.
Wow. You don't even think I'll make it to the final round.
Well, let's hope that Mark Rober makes it past the first round, because if he didn't, that wouldn't make for a very good video. Huh? Wouldn't make for a good video at all. They better hope Mark Rober don't look up at the ceiling. That'll make sense later.
All right, gentlemen, I want a clean fight. I want to abide by the rules.
There are no rules. Gentlemen, the Cyber Tank.
It's huge!
Wow. Well, Dude Perfect is absolutely screwed on this deal. How are they going to beat that big, twisted piece of metal? I just don't see it happening. Now, keep in mind, each side, Dude Perfect, they don't know what kind of robot he made. Just like Mark Rober doesn't know what kind of robots they created. That makes sense later.
So with the lack of rules fully established, it was time for the Cyber Tank to start mercilessly working her way up the dude chain, starting first with Cody.
May I present to you R2-D2? Smart.
Once we had the droid we were looking for,
So their first idea on a robot was to build a top-heavy, garbage can looking robot. Wow. That first robot, man, R2-D2, top-heavy, doesn't move very fast. It's almost as if Dude Perfect wants to lose. I mean, one tap, like for real, one tap, that thing would fall over. Like, with ease. It's almost embarrassing. But, you know what, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe R2-D2 has this amazing, like, awesome weapon.
Cody engaged both his taser system
A taser on R2-D2. Think about that. It's supposed to be a battle bot. And it's got this little short range little taser that, what's that gonna do? How you even gonna touch anything with it? But, like I said, no, maybe they got a secondary weapon. Because this
and his squirt gun system in an attempt to short circuit my robot. But unfortunately for the dudes,
The Cyber Tank's waterproof.
Mark Rober made his robot waterproof. Their weapon on R2-D2 was a taser and a little squirt gun. I mean, it's a top-heavy robot that you could tap and that thing will fall over. Like, let's be real here, people.
But that mustache there, it's not just for decoration.
because what they didn't realize is that Cyber Tank's fashionable mustache doubled as a 9-point razor-sharp ramming bayonet.
I promise this will be quick and painless.
Since there's no rules, I would have built a robot that literally has remote dynamite inside of it. And when Mark's robot comes over, kaboom. R2-D2 is in deep trouble, folks. I mean, Mark Rober's robot has a literal battering ram bayonet on the front of it. There's no way they're going to get out of this. I mean, you would have to have something clever upstairs to stop him from ramming you like he could have done 5 minutes ago. But, you know what? Let's keep going.
Seriously, stop! Hey, you might want to take a look at what's inside R2. Do we have the live feed?
That's in the robot?
Yeah!
And while we did say no rules, turns out it was an oversight on my part, thinking the Geneva Conventions still applied.
Well, I guess they outsmarted Mark Rober. They put a live squirrel in their robot. See, that, ladies and gentlemen, that's thinking ahead. That's what that is. That is thinking ahead. But what I really want you to think about is, think about the fact that Mark Rober fell for it. I mean, what if he would have just come straight out there and rammed those prongs right through R2-D2 before they screamed, no, 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 no? That would have been a problem for PETA or whoever's over animals. that would have been a whole problem. It's as if he knew the squirrel was in there. That's why he didn't ram it just right out of the gate. Now, had that been me, let me show you what I would have done. Okay?
The squirrel wouldn't have stopped me. Anybody up for some squirrel gravy?
Cody overconfidently decided to take a cheap shot.
I'm sorry, I'm new at this!
You missed!
Which unfortunately exposed the inside of his empty robot.
Wait!
Which meant the live squirrel video feed was just a clever ruse.
Clever ruse, was it? Well, you know, you would have never seen down in that thing had they not drove it over there right in front of Mark so he could see right down in the top of it. Nah, yeah, couldn't be staged. Let's keep going.
Let's drive our robot over there where Mark is so he can look down in it.
So I got back to work.
Gotcha, bitch!
You could have done that right out of the gate.
Mark!
It was time for my next victim.
Welcome to round 2, Mark. Here we go, boys!
2 at once?
It was twin robots for the twins, one with laser-guided retractable harpoons, and the other packing 4 angle grinders and an aerial assault drone.
You know, the Dude Perfect guys aren't very smart. Their next robots, now get this, they have a drone, which, hey, okay, that's cool. Angle grinders, another short-range weapon. And if any of you guys, like I have used angle grinders, you gotta put a piece of metal in the vise, preferably angle metal, and you gotta hold it there to cut through it. If something's moving, like, you know, a robot would be,
Now this is the difference between angle metal and tube metal.
that's impossible. Period. But, you know, one good thing about it, Mark Rober's gigantic robot has these 2 arms that have hammers on them. And guess what they're put on with? Angle metal. If they somehow get him to stop his big robot from moving, they can slowly use the angle grinder to cut the sledgehammer arms off. I don't know, Bob. Let's see how this plays out.
The only way these angle grinder arms would work is if Mark's robot come to a dead stop.
Okay, this is kind of tricky to track both.
We're not... Brace yourself! 3, 2, 1, fire!
It seemed like their goal was to harpoon me, then wrap me up, then grind me down, which made it the perfect time to introduce my countermeasure known affectionately as the Warhammers.
Look at those hammers, baby. Man, now, Mark Rober, be careful. They're trying to tangle you up. That way you can't move your hammers with the angle metal. And they're going to try to come over there and angle grind the hammer off. So just make sure they don't, you know, somehow stall your vehicle. They're trying to with the rope right now. But we'll see how it plays out for them.
These babies are capable of independently delivering over 1,000 pounds of force to anything that dares oppose them. And while I focused on cornering Twin 1, Twin 2 launched Operation Glitter Drone.
What is that?
It's a glitter bomb, Mark! Maybe you've heard of it!
Designed to penetrate the cyber tank's armor shell.
They're dropping bombs with a drone. Now, if that ain't awesome enough, now the question is, Mark, how you gonna stop a drone? I mean, your robot can't fly.
Wait for me! I got a plan for this! Say hello to my tassels!
Oh, heads up, kid! I want to drive your car! Watch out! How is he prepared for that?
Honestly, it was a lucky guess.
When in fact, it was not a lucky guess. Because in keeping with the spirit of no rules, the week prior, I placed a drone in a servo-actuated box and then had a fake delivery driver deliver the fake package to Dude Perfect headquarters. So when they all went home for the day, a little aerial recon work made anticipating their plans and designing effective countermeasures like anti-drone tassels powered by 424-volt leaf blowers fairly straightforward.
Oh, so that must be how he knew everything. He mailed a package to their warehouse where they're working on these robots. That way he could get inside information on what they were building. Now you're probably thinking, well, Shay, that just ruined your entire video. Because yes, he cheated and went into their warehouse. Okay. Have you ever mailed a box to somebody? You know they put tape over the box to keep it from popping open during hauling and delivering? Now, that's one thing. But let's look closer at what they were building at the time.
So Mark Rober's secret package arrives, and it's right here, and they lay it right down on the edge of the table. It's got the camera and everything built into it. And this is a time lapse, and as you clearly see, there's the box, but it's opened right before they turned the lights out and went home. So as we look at the box, we zoom in, you can see that the top is open. And the reason that's strange is because when you zoom in, you can see the actuators on the side of the box. But the reason it's strange, when they turn the lights out and the top of the box is open, it shows Mark here sit down, and watch that one more time. The box is open, they turn the light out. Now the box is opening again in the dark. How does the top of the box open twice? And this is where he flies around the room with his drone, spying on all their robot equipment.
So, the question would be then, who opened the box? And why was it open as they left? Why? Somebody mails you a package and you're building robots. You're probably going to open that package. It may be a part that you ordered. They didn't open this package, but somebody did. And had they look down there and be like, this thing has an actuator on it that opens the box, and then there's a drone, and he can use this to spy on us, but apparently they never seen it. Yet when they left the shop, the top of the box was open in that time lapse. But not only that, when he shows him sneaking out at nighttime with his little goggles on, spying with his drone, it shows the actuators open the top of the box at night. Yet we clearly see it open at day with the lights on. Make this make sense, people.
Bad.
With the drone out of commission, I now had to face the harpoons.
Help! Help! No!
Was now securely fixed in one of my tires.
Now I'm angry!
Here we go!
Their plan was to wrap me up with the harpoon line and then incapacitate me Star Wars style so they could angle grind off my warhammers.
Wrap, let's go!
Which is a brilliant tactic.
Oh, it's a wrap!
I don't think it's doing anything, Kobe.
Unless you have even a basic 7th grade understanding of the rudimentary laws of physics. Because the relative mass of my cyber tank ensured the retracting harpoon line would just pull him closer to me.
He's dragging me!
Be perfectly in line with the Warhammer. And while battling Twin 1, I noticed Twin 2 appeared to have stalled out.
No, not staged at all. He destroyed one of the robots, and then he turns around. There's one robot just sitting over there, not moving or anything. So, he's like, you know what? I'm going to ram that sucker top speed. There's no way this is a trap, right? But it gets worse because, yeah, I can prove this is staged 100%.
So I readied the 9-point mustache bayonet to finish the job.
Get out!
I want you to watch how this robot hits the wall.
And that's exactly when I realized it was a trap.
I'm stuck!
And they had once again clever rused me.
Grind him!
Because now that I couldn't move off the wall, I was a perfect sitting duck for the angle grinders to get to work.
Did you catch it? Well, in case you didn't, so he tries to ram the robot full speed. The robot moves out of the way. He hits the wall. Now, the big question is, he said he was stuck. Yet, when you go look at the footage, again, you can clearly see the prongs didn't go through the wall. The tires aren't hung. He is doing that so the angle grinder that I told you, where you had to take a vise and put the angle metal in and get close and hold it in one spot, the only way those would have worked is if he stalled out or got stuck. Think about that. He's not stuck on the wall because the prongs aren't in the wall. The tires can't be stuck. Clearly, you can see that. And when instead of backing up from the wall, he's pushing it forwards, pushing the prongs into the wall. He's not even hitting reverse. And he has reverse. I'm going to slow it down and show you how much nonsense and staged this garbage is.
So he says the robot is stuck, yet he keeps trying to go forward. See, he never hits reverse. The tire is just moving forward over and over. So why is it stuck against the wall? The prongs didn't go through the metal. And watch the tires one more time. Let's take a look. See, he's going forward. He's not even hitting reverse. The prongs are right there, and they're not stuck in the wall. So what is keeping him from backing up? He should not be stuck. I mean, anybody can see that.
Now that my Warhammer arm was significantly weakened, my attempts to fight back led to disastrous results.
Wow, look what happened. Exactly what I said that had to happen in a perfect chain of events. And it happened. No, it's not staged. But let's keep going.
Okay, I'm unstuck!
No, you just hit reverse. Clearly this is staged. There is nothing holding that robot to that wall.
Back in the arena, it was round 3 against the Purple Hoser himself.
Let me see what you got, Care!
It appeared to be some kind of small purple bulldozer with 2 front-mounted nail guns and 2 in the rear, which, to be honest, for their penultimate robot, seemed a bit underwhelming. That is, until this happened. The flamethrower was melting my tires.
The hidden word is cat. And now, Mark, what are you going to do? He has a frickin' flamethrower built into his robot. And you couldn't have seen that coming because it's in a casing. It's just got that one little round hole. And the only way you would know that that was a flamethrower by looking at that hole is if the flame was going. And you couldn't have seen that night that you were using your spy drone. But they have a flamethrower. Let's see what Mark Rober has.
Which is why it's always handy to equip your robot with a 10-pound bottle of liquid CO2 at 800 psi, because when the cryogenic solenoid valve releases, fire will lose to ice every time. Oh! With the fire threat neutralized, now I just had to disable the nail guns.
He had a frickin' fire extinguisher, powerful one at that, built into his robot, even though he didn't know they had a flamethrower. Give it a minute, it'll sink in.
You got no flame, you got no nail guns.
You got me. You got me.
But this is where Gare threw me a curveball.
I have programmed the self-destruct button. Will you do me the honors of pressing it?
Why wouldn't you just programmed it on your remote?
I'm not smart, dude.
Which was
I'm nothing if not a very curious individual. I can't not push the button.
So the boys, they have a self-destruct button built into their robot. But they can't push the button themselves. The opposition has to come over there to push the button. Think about that. And Mark Rober's like, well, I can't not push buttons, so I'm gonna drive right over there to where they stopped. And I'm gonna push that button. Don't know what's gonna happen. It could blow up. But let's see what happens.
I can't help it.
And so, trading caution for curiosity, the Cybertank mustered the final strength in what little remained of her crumpled right arm.
Mark. Yeah.
Gotcha, bitch.
I'm back. A pool table fell from the rafters and landed on Mark's robot as soon as they pushed the self-destruct button. Okay, just let that just float around in your brain.
So there's the pool table. It fell from the rafters there. You could clearly see with this camera exactly where it falls from. It's on a slingshot looking thing. Now, how did Mark Rober not see that from his perspective? It fell right here, and he is literally right there in that point of view. And the ceilings aren't very high. You can see that it's on that band, and it's being forced downwards. Like I said, Mark is right here. He was in the middle of this arena at the beginning of the video, standing pretty much where the pool table fell. How did he not see it while filming that?
Things were looking very bad for me at this point.
This is all I got, man.
And with the cyber tank buried and bruised under an actual pool table,
Let's go! Yeah!
Tyler chose to kick a man while he's down.
You know, this was a fun video to make. You can tell that it's staged, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be staged. And I'm subbed to Mark Rober. I enjoy his videos. I love the science of it all. But yeah, comment below what you think. I'm positive that the stuff that I pointed out could be considered staged. There's too many humongous coincidences for it not to be. Also, guys, you can go check my other channel out. It's called The Shape. It's my main channel. And if you like what I do here, you'll love what I do there as well. I want to thank you guys, the one watching this video right now. I appreciate the support. This channel is growing fast, and that's all a testament to you guys. Join Debunkers Anonymous on Facebook, where we talk debunking 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And as always, we're on a roll. Consistency till the end of the year on both channels. I'll see you in the next video. Y'all come back now. You hear? Peace.